What it is, guys, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you with more Dokkan. Now, today is a video I've had planned for a very long period of time, and I've tried this several times, and it's never quite worked right, so hopefully we can get this done today, because I really want to use my trunks tonight on stream. And basically what I'm talking about here is the LR trunks, okay? I have been trying to do the physical LR trunks. I have been trying to do a damage test with this guy forever. If you guys know, one of my favorite pastimes on this channel is to create a damage test, where I basically, okay, what is the maximum damage this guy produces, what's the attack stat, and all that stuff. So we're going to fart around with that today. Okay? The best way I can think to do this is actually to abuse the story mode that's still around, not that. Over here, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Okay? Now, unfortunately, I don't have any of the really amazing leads for this team. I'm just lacking the leads that I need to really make this shine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the... let me see if I can find a... let's go Hybrid Saiyans. See if I can find a Hybrid Saiyans. Maybe I might even go Time Travelers. We'll see. Oh, there's a Hybrid Saiyans lead. This is 130%, and obviously my unit is a 120% lead. So if you have like a Time Travelers lead or something like that, obviously he's going to do more damage. But in my prelim tests, actually, he outshined what I really expected. Just to make sure that he does get super attacks, though, we're going to go ahead and give him his full complement of damage. I'm just going to do these for the start, and then we'll come back and do the rest for the SA20 test. Like I said, this is not the best damage he can produce, but it's the kind of damage that I can produce, because I don't have a Strength Gohan, okay? And his only, and I mean literally only attack link is Super Saiyan. So we need to check our expectations at the door right there. This guy is not going to produce phenomenal damage because he just doesn't have the attack links. Now everybody on this team, I believe everybody except Gohan, has the Super Saiyan link. All right, and excellent. He's on first rotation. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, I couldn't have asked for better. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just put him right there. Yeah, perfect. And I'm going to do that. I think that's going to be the best thing to do. Okay, and I'll show you what I'm talking about down here. Okay, let's go ahead and click on that. Okay. So we're going to go in here. Now, unlike key links, attack links don't double up. So if it's activated, it's activated. Like with key links, like Royal Lineage. If that's activated on either side of him, like if he's in the middle and it's activated on either side, he gets key +2, and everybody gets key +1. Super Saiyan, on the other hand, his only attack link being 10%. If he's linked with the Super Saiyan, that's it. He's got Super Saiyan. You're good to go. You're never going to get 20%. You're only going to get 10%. Let's talk about the rest of his links. Defense, 20%. No attack. Shocking speed, key 2. Prepared for battle, key 2. Shattering the limit, key 2. The only other thing he's got is legendary power, and it's a flat boost. It's really not that important. It's not going to change things too much here. Okay. Now, like I said, on Time Travelers and Future Saga, it's hard to find leads for that, so I think Strength Gohan's going to be my best bet here. And even Strength Gohan isn't really kind of the best lead anymore for him. HP and defense 170%, but attack is 130. So, yeah. What we're about to see here is kind of the best case scenario in the worst case slot. So let's see what he does here. He is going to have type advantage. What is the attack stat? 804,000. Now remember, this is no orbs. This is 12 key only. But 1.5 mil crit is very respectable. Except you do have to consider that he has type advantage. He has type advantage. Let's jump back in there and do the full 24 key. Jumping in here. And we should... Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Change all blues to reds. Change all reds to yellows. And that is more than enough key. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And just to verify, he does have Super Saiyan. I mean, Kind of obvious he does, but I like to double check. Yep, he has Super Saiyan, so we're getting our links. We are absolutely golden. Now this will max him out. Beautiful, beautiful. And let's see what he does. Now remember, he has a high chance to crit. If he doesn't crit, we could still math it out, sort of. Let's see what the attack stat is. Attack stat is 1.15. Not great. Ain't gonna lie, not great. So funny enough, he didn't get a crit. So 1.75 without a crit and with type advantage. So he probably would have hit for like 1.2, 1.25, maybe as high as 1.3 absolute tops. That's stretching it. That's respectable. Respectable. And that, of course, that's, you know, without type advantage, of course, I'm assuming. So that is respectable. Not great, but respectable. So what we'll do is I'll go feed him Kais. We'll come back and we will do the same tests with him at SA20. This may take a while to get through all these. There might be a few cuts in here because these are getting really hard to locate. I mean really hard to locate. But here we go. Perfect. And that's a lot of key. That might actually be too much. That's actually perfect right there. All right, so 12 key. And he is linked with Super Saiyan. Remember, Super Saiyan Link doesn't double up or anything like that. We're not going to get a benefit from him being in the middle. This is only attack link, so let's see what it does here. Attack stat is, I didn't pay attention, 1.7 with a crit. That's not great. So basically at SA20, he almost does what he almost does what the Mega Colossal did. So let's see if we can find one more friend, do a full SA20 24 key test. Let's see what we can do here. So here we go. Should be more than enough key, and it absolutely is. And that's going to be a full 24 key with, of course, Super Saiyan still linked, so we're good to go. Let's see what his attack stat is. Okay, we didn't get the attack stat in the last one, but we did get 1.7 mil crit. 1.4 mil attack stat, so he'll get 1.7 even if he doesn't crit. 2.8. 2.8. That's pretty respectable. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting a lot less out of him. Considering all the numbers, I was not expecting nearly as much. Now, fun part is, that's without orbs. So now we're going to go max him out on the ability system. Give him the maximum amount of orbs. And yeah. That will be that. Sorry for so many cuts in this video, guys. Legitimately, it's just really hard to find leaders. Now, luckily, most of the leaders for this team are 130% attack. They might have other stats that are weird, but 130% attack is kind of our sweet spot. It's what we've got going on. Because nobody has physical Gohan. Just nobody does. And if they do, they don't lead him. It's like some kind of underground club. Like you have Gohan? Yeah, dude. Of course I got Gohan. You weird? What do you mean? Nobody has that guy. Oh, they just hide him. That's how I envisioned the whole damn thing going down. All right, so we're gonna go after SA 12, and that should do it right there. Bada bing, bada boom. SA 12. Let's see what we got. I don't remember what the damage was last time at all. And it was like, what was it? I don't remember. I just don't remember. Let's see what we get. We got a 1 mil attack stat. Just 1 mil attack stat, that's all. But remember, it's colossal damage. It's crap. 2.28. That's pretty respectable. All right. I imagine it's going to take me a few minutes to grab a 24 key, so we're going to jump in and do that. And it'll happen here in just a second. Okay. Alright, so I did find another friend, and it looks like Trunks is finally on first rotation again. So, good news. We'll go ahead and do this test. This will be the SA-12. and we'll compare this. And I'll be honest with you, it's been so long since I've done the other stuff, I really just honestly don't remember what we pulled. But let's see what happens here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and drop both these items. Okay. Blues to reds and reds to yellows. That should be way more than enough to get him up to SA 24. I'm saying SA 24. 24 key. We are, once again, SA 20, and this is the damage test. I'm sorry, SA 20 with 55% of the ability system, and this is the SA test for him. So, let's see, it's 24 key. 24 key. What are we going to get? What are we going to get? Oh, we got 2.8 last time. 2.8 mil last time. So, ooh, 3.2 no crit. Now, I don't remember what the attack stat was. I wasn't paying attention here. So I'll need to actually see in editing what those attack stats were. And we'll come back and we'll address that at that point in time. But that looks really foul. I mean, okay. My expectations were really, really low. And this actually was... He's not nearly as bad as I thought. Now, again, I do want to stress this is with type advantage. So once it gets those attack stats, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about what the damage would have been without, and we'll go from there. But I'm pretty impressed. I think that's good stuff. So I'll be back in just a moment, guys. We'll talk about that, and we'll cover that here in just a minute. Okay, so after looking at all the numbers we pulled and going over this a little in my head, it looks like on the second damage test with the 24 key at SA 12, the one that was 175, that one would probably be about 2.2 mil with the critical. That final one would be closer to like 4 mil, a little bit less. So about 2.2, 2.3 mil for the full damage test, and that's only at SA 10. But like 4 mil for the other one. Now remember, again, I do want to stress, this is with type advantage. So you can almost cut those numbers in half. Not really, there's a whole mathematical equation for it, but for our purposes today, just say roughly half. That's what you would see on a daily basis. Okay? But, you know, still really good numbers for the most part. Now, I would say with this guy, the 12 key is probably not your best bet. Okay. What interests me about this is, as I was going into this, and some of the things I learned about crit beforehand, I don't think that I think he's getting max crit multiplier, or at least maximum you can get on that particular rotation. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of testing on this, when and if we ever pull a dupe of him. I'm very interested to see how that goes. Now, I know people always say, oh, it's already got crit, give double attack. Well, remember, crit is typically a multiplier. But in this situation, it looks like the multiplier is null and void. So, for me personally, I think that's going to be worth a shot, for me at least, you know, to test it with. It may change absolutely nothing about the outcome. And I kind of do expect that. So, we'll see what happens with that. But, very interesting numbers. Now, he's not going to be a top hitter. But I do got to say, he's not as disappointing as people had said. But once you take away the type advantage, he is just kind of look like, you know, just a passable TUR. Real talk. So, but the high crit chance does so much for you. So much. I mean, it almost makes up for it because the crit is really going to disable your enemy. So, I don't know, guys. That said, I mean, it's an LR. He's a good unit. He's a solid unit. He'll make a great addition to my Hybrid Saiyans team. So, yeah, very much looking forward to recruiting this guy in the near future for newer and cooler teams. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. What did you think about the damage test? Do you guys like this format? Other than that, guys, that I think is going to be the video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I know I had the numbers wrong for the 24 key, but I'll make sure I put a little subtitle to correct those, because sometimes I don't always say what I'm thinking. Quite like I'm thinking the number up here, and the number that comes out of here is a little different. So I'll make that little post there. Like, subscribe, follow my Birdman, hit me up on Booker. I will lay your asses out next time.